And welcome to Reds in the Hood for legacy Man United fans, those of us who've been there forever, and even like this lad, born in the borough of Trafford. This is young James. Now, other fans have always been very jealous of United because we're hated, adored, but never ignored. And obviously, always very easy to trigger them, because they're kind of, in their smallness, they want to... a cat will always look at a king, won't it? And this is what you get with particularly Brentford fans. And I'm not kidding, I sent one harmless tweet out last week just saying, Brentford playing their third cup final again today, i.e. against United. Now, as it turned out, they won that cup final 4-0. Now they're going to be talking about this for decades. They'll be telling the grandkids about it. They're going, and one day when I was out there, we beat Man United 4-0. And the kid's going to be looking at them going, don't believe your granddad. But anyway, so quite a few tweets from Brentford fans. And look, oh dear, this is from Mark Leventhal, and he went, oh dear, you really don't get it, do you? Perhaps you might learn a bit of humility now and maybe find out the difference between a well-run club and your shit show. Yes, United is a shit show, but humility and United, don't be stupid. United, we're not arrogant, we're just better than everybody else. Understand that, especially us fans. We are the club. You lot, it's a little day out, take your bed. Look, 4 years ago, there's probably about 6 of you went. If you played in the cup final against Bournemouth, you wouldn't fit the royal box. A few more tweets. One is kind of the usual that you get, isn't it?
You and your best mate.
Me and Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, it's by James Byrne, 2418. He said, didn't want to get this out, but here we are. And then the replies, Dan the Bee said they stick together, don't they?
Let's have a look.
Oh, if you don't know what we're referring to, there you go. You can see that.
I've never ever seen that picture before. Yeah. It's almost like, let's see, who was it sent it? James Byrne, B-Y-R-N-E. Hey, my granny was a Byrne. Will you stop it now? There must be a lot of Irish descent Brentford fans. Yeah, we're Burns. We are partly Burns.
Yeah.
The Book of the Old Burns, County Wicklow, the Dublin Mountains and all that area. But anyway, Jimmy Savile, that Jimmy Savile photo, me and him, being best mates, him being a Tory, a flag shagger, loving, an honorary Royal Marine, no less, wasn't he? Made an honorary Marine Commando.
And an absolute turbo nonce, by the way.
No. And even at the Royal Marine Commando's barracks down near Exeter, they actually had a Savile room. I wonder what went on in there. Now, for me, my reason I'm photographed with him at an opening of an exhibition, Top of the Pops photography at the V&A, April 2010, and I vox popped him. And also, I was filming it to do a documentary on the photographer at the time, the famous Top of the Pops photographer. And so I had footage of Jimmy Savile opening the show because it was all about Top of the Pops. And he presented the very first edition of Top of the Pops. And this is how good mates me and Jimmy Savile are. Met him for all of 2 minutes and flogged a clip of that footage for $2,000 to the Netflix documentary. Have a look at it in part 2. Thank you. And good night. And some more from Brentford fans. Look, there's a cup final going. See you next Tuesday, chops. Ooh, there's no need for that. You really are a massive... well, you don't spell twit like that, do you? You are a massive twit, aren't you? Get over yourself, fool. Oh, to the quick. I mean, the thing is, it is a fantastic thing. Look, when Burnley beat United, when Bournemouth beat United, when you little teams beat United, I'm always slightly glad for you because it gives you something to talk about for the next 30 or 40 years. Whereas to us, it's just a sign of the slippery slope, really. But, we've actually lost games like that while playing under Fergie.
Yeah, I mean, even 4-0 and K-Dons.
Yeah, Leeds United beating us at Old Trafford in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Knocking us out.
I mean, they don't want to beat us 4-0 again. So, at least that's all right.
Brentford Nylons. In fact, I tell you what, if you beat United again, you might become more famous in Brentford for more than just nylons. And some other, look, another one who can't spell twit properly. Chris, come on, it's T-W-I-T. Eat shit, Terry. You were lucky to get 0. Your team are pure shite. But guess you're well aware of that. You earn the right to be good, and Brentford have done that. Look, Brentford. You don't. My whole thing is I don't get excited about United playing Brentford. It's nothing to do. Look, you're a lovely little club. You know, you probably sell nice pies, family friendly. You probably got a little creche there and everything. Who cares? You know, with your half and half scarves, a few inflatables, the good times doing the disco thing and all that. And that's great. There's nothing else around there. I know it's a working Isleworth. I mean, the place is a ghost town. It's like Nowheresville, isn't it? But the whole thing is, it's like there is no. I can't look back on the past and think, oh, do you remember that classic game against Brentford? No, whereas I can think of classic rivalries against Sunderland, against Leeds United, against Nottingham Forest, against Newcastle, against Sheffield Wednesday, you know, all those other teams, Leeds, Ipswich Town, even Norwich when we were in Division 2, you know, they were a major hate team for us. Brentford, sorry mate, that's it.
All right, anyway, right. come up for some air. Yeah, there's another one by Roy Beckerson. He said, "Here's your Minge of the Day trophy, Terry. Put it on the shelf with the others if there's any room left."
Is that for, I don't even know what that is. Is that funny?
The Minge of the Day trophy.
They're having such a great time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, there you go. Eric getting sacked in the morning. You're not a big club anymore. Got a bigger game next week.
I mean, but they know that's rubbish because they won't turn up for that game next week. It'll be full for United. It always is. Even now, it doesn't matter where we are. Even when we got relegated, all the back pages. We were in Division 2 and we were getting more headlines than I think it was Derby County won the league that season. But any of the top 4 in the First Division, Liverpool, Man City, whoever, none of them were getting headlines like United were, and we were in Division 2. You know, we're big, we're too big. We're too big a club. Manchester United are the biggest story in British sport. Arguably, world sport. Brentford, sorry. Although a lot of them have got Irish surnames like us. You know, so they must have, like, you know, been so poor they couldn't quite live in London. They had to live on the outskirts. Is it Middlesex? Somewhere weird.
I don't know.
It's out Isleworth where I used to work at Sky. So right on Rupert Murdoch's doorstep, that's where Brentford is.
I'm not really sure. I didn't actually know that they were really a club until about 3 years ago.
No, exactly. And why would you? You know what I mean?
I mean,
you know, they crept up there, didn't they? Next thing you know, it'd be Wycombe Wanderers, won't it?
To be fair, that one he tweeted, the Jimmy Savile photo, that James Byrne, I think it was. I just went through his Twitter quickly. Most of his tweets were about Pogba, anyway. Which is what you would probably expect, not about Brentford.
Oh, right. So, yeah, obsessed with United. Obsessed.
Yeah. Well, he said, what was it? He said he hopes that Neil Maupay gets back in a Brentford shirt anyway, because he's gone to Brighton, who also beat us, to be fair. But he's a Frenchman. I wonder why he doesn't like the other French bloke. But
well, anyway. There you go. Yes, I wonder what's the difference between a French bloke like Pogba and a French bloke like Neil Maupay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Couldn't imagine. Certainly. Anyway, listen, keep them coming. We'll see you after the Liverpool game. And look, you know, the thing is about Manchester and Liverpool, there's great rivalry, but there was love between both cities when it came to music. We always liked Liverpool bands, you know, as well as Manchester bands. We were always the first to cop onto them as they came up. And likewise, Liverpool people were normally first to cop onto Manchester bands as they came up. And I always say, well, certainly when it comes to like football, Liverpool and Manchester, yeah, we're similar. I suppose those Mancunians are just a little bit less prone to whinging self-pity. See you next time on Reds in the Hood. Don't forget to click subscribe and click like.